Okay, these are the first set of notes for 8.1. There will be 3 sets and 3 assignments to go with 8.1. We are starting to deal with sequences and series. So as kind of a warm-up or bell work, I want you to think about this set of numbers here, 2, 3, 5, and 8, and it's going to keep on going. And I want you to figure out what the next term in the sequence is, and I want you to explain how you were able to come by that. So think about that in your mind, pause the video, see if you can figure it out. If you are stumped by it, don't think you know the answer, let me know and we can discuss it. But under some vocabulary that we're going to talk about, actually I'm going to need that little sequence up there a little bit. A sequence is just an ordered list of numbers. So our bell work here, this was a sequence. It's just listing numbers, 2, 3, 5, 8, comma, and it's going to keep going. And we list these numbers. Each number is considered a term. So like this is 2 is the first term, 3 is the second term, 5 is the third term, 8 is the fourth term, then we'd have a 5th term, 6th term, 7th term, okay? Those are a domain. It's just kind of its place in the sequence. But the range is the number itself. So our range here is 2, 3, 5, 8, and it keeps going because those are the actual values. But the domain is just which term is it. It's the first term, second term, that kind of thing. And then, so the terms are the values in the actual range. If it is a finite sequence, it means it has an end. So there's only a certain number of terms in that sequence. An infinite sequence does not have an end. So our one in our bell work up there has those dots at the end and nothing after the dots. It means it never ends. Okay. The domain of the sequence begins with 1 unless it otherwise is indicated. Okay. So we want to write the terms in the sequence, and we want the first 5 terms. So pay attention in the practice or on quizzes or whatever, pay attention to how many terms it wants. This just wants the first 5. So I want the first term, second term, third term, fourth term, 5th term. So that means n is whatever that value is. So it says start with 1 unless it indicates otherwise. So if n is 1, that means that's the number of term it is. It's term number 1. I'm going to plug in that and find it. So I have 1 plus 4. Actually, this is supposed to be an n right here. Let's change that to an n. I'm sorry about that. n plus 4 would be 1 plus 4 is 5. My term 2 means n is 2. 2 plus 4 is 6. n is 3. 3 plus 4 is 7. n is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. And 5 plus 4 is 9. So these would be the first 5 terms in my sequence. When we write them out, you actually write them with a comma. Sequences have commas. When we start dealing with series, it looks a little different. So that's important. So there's my first 5 terms. Now in number 2, again, we're going to have 5 terms. So my ends are going to be 1, 2. Oh my goodness, I can't even count. I'm talking, and so I wrote 5 when I said 5, but it's supposed to be 4. So you plug in the n for that term. So in the first term, n is 1. So in here, I have negative 2 to the 1 minus 1 power. So this negative 2 to the 0 power, anything to the 0 power is 1. And then I take negative 2, and I have 2 minus 1 power. So negative 2 to the first power is negative 2. Negative 2 to the 3 minus 1, so that's negative 2 squared is positive 4. Negative 2 times negative 2. And then I have the power of 4 minus 1, so it's going to be a power of 3. So negative 3 to the third, negative 2 to the third power is negative 8. And then 5 minus 1 is my power, makes my power 4. So negative 2 to the fourth power is going to be 16. So my sequence, my first 5 terms is 1, negative 2, 4, negative 8, and 16. Okay, number 3, again, we're going to do the 5 terms. And we plug them in. So 1 over 1 plus 1 is 1/2. 2 would be 2 over 2 plus 1, so 2 over 3. This would be 3 over 3 plus 1, 3 over 4. You're starting to hopefully see the pattern here. 4 over 5, and then 5 over 6. So when I write the sequence out, the first 5 terms, they get commas. Okay? And so that's how you're going to do the first assignment for 8.1.